Journey from SQL Server 2002, SQL Server 2022. Your batch is the first batch where we are going to discuss about SQL Server 22. Sorry, it's not yet released, but we'll discuss some technical concepts about SQL Server 22 at the end of our training, sir. At the end of our training. So Microsoft announced SQL Server 2022. We are completely discussing till 2019. Okay, 2019. Okay, SQL Server 2022 is still not yet released. It is in the private, means they are completely working on the cloud environment. Once they stabilize, they will add to release the SQL Server 2022, sir. Okay, so where we are standing currently, where Microsoft has started its journey, uh, we are going to discuss as part of today's session. And also, just I will review what is the course content. I cannot add all the content in a document, sir. Try to understand yourself as well. But maximum, whatever I am going to discuss completely high level, I mentioned in the doc. Okay, so and this is what we are teaching over overall the 60 days. Okay, let me open. One second, let me open. Okay, yeah. Okay, completely. So if you want to do everyone ready, be ready to make one certification over the Azure. So DP 300 is the best certification, sir, for database administrator. We are going to cover completely DP 300 related concepts as well. Okay, so we are going to discuss MS SQL Server DBA, Azure SQL, along with Google Cloud. Okay, Azure means clouds are completely SQL on cloud. On a cloud, we have different platforms: Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, right? Whenever we are discussing Azure, I am going to compare. So, what are the services is offering on Azure? What are the services is offering on AWS? What are the services are offering on Google Cloud? What is the naming differences? You will see the concept is same, sir, but the naming is the different. Okay, that is what we are going to discuss in the next month. Okay, of the training. So Azure is completely for the next month, sir. First, we are going to start with the L1 level activities. Okay. So by starting, what is the history of the SQL Server? What are the versions being introduced by the SQL Microsoft SQL Server? What is the editions? What are the tools? What is the difference between Enterprise Edition, Standard Edition? What are other editions are available? Okay, which is provided by Microsoft. What are the hardware and software requirement? And what is the instance? When we go for instance, what is the default instance? What is the named instance? Uh, Base level, core level, we are going to discuss, and we are going to go for completely installation and configuration. How to install the SQL Server, how to configure the SQL Server, what are the prerequisites, what are the post requisites, what are the best practices we need to follow, we are going to discuss. Then we'll go and discuss about the databases. What is database, what kind of data is storing on the database, what is the difference between system databases and user databases. Then the main concept will starts like security. So as a database administrator, you need to protect our SQL, you need to protect our data. So how you are going to protect our data, sir? By by granting right permission to the right user. So right permission to the right user. So what kind of user, what kind of request, so what kind of security we are available in the SQL, what kind of permissions we need to grant under so and so environment. Very, very important activity, sir. Security is very important activity. Okay, so how you are going to protect your data means by granting a right permission to the right end users. So that is how you are going to restrict, right? So otherwise anyone can access our data, anyone can read the data, anyone can modify the data. So how you are going to restrict, sir? By granting right permission. Okay, so that's we are going to discuss on the security part. And one more crucial activity is backups and restore. How you are going to protect our data means in case any disaster occurs, means either your database is corrupted, someone by mistakenly deleted the data, either your completely VM is down, so how you can recover the data? Okay, backups, restores. Backup is one of the critical activities, sir. Okay, on any environment you need to take the backups to protect your data and protect your database from the corruption, or something happen. Okay, either it can be natural, either it can be human made mistake. Okay, how you are going to protect your data? By taking the backups and restore. So, and some kind of automation we are going to discuss, how to create the jobs, how to configure the alerts, how to create the maintenance plans, what kind of maintenance plans are available, that we are going to cover in the automation kind of activities. Now we are entering into the L2. When we go for L2, completely L2, like a configuring HA and DR, high availability and disaster recovery techniques, sir. What is high availability? What is disaster recovery technique? Means, in case, assume you are having a application, you are having a application. If your application is completely rely on the one server, if that server is went down, so completely your application will down, right? Yes or no? Anyone? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, how you are going to protect your application? Means, by configuring high availability and disaster recovery, you are reducing the time, sir. In case if something happen, how soon you can bring the your application to online, your server to online, your DB to online. So we are going to discuss a lot about HANDR. So completely Microsoft supported four features, sir. One is lock shipping. Okay, is the base level feature which is introduced on 2005. Okay, database mirroring is a again old technique. And sir, replication is not a high availability, and it is not a disaster recovery. It is a feature in SQL Server. Make a note. Okay, replication is not a high availability. Replication is not a disaster recovery. It is a just feature in the SQL Server to replicate the objects. To replicate the objects. Okay, no worries. Whoever listening first time, we are going to discuss all these concepts. Okay, with the demos and clustering. Okay, so Windows failover clusters, sir. How you will group the servers? Okay, assume you have one server. Assume you have two servers. Okay, so these two servers are working independently, but I need to group the servers. I need to group the server. So if something happened to this server, automatically whatever the services you are running in this server, automatically it should move to this server, and this server take the ownership. Take the ownership, sir. That is how you are grouping the servers to protect your underlying hardware. Sir, clusters are nothing but to protecting the underlying hardware. Okay, so to build the clusters, or again I'm telling, to build the clusters, your laptops, or you are using desktops, you are using laptops, must and should contains minimum 8 GB of RAM. Okay, if 12 GB is very well and good, sir. It's bit challenging to everyone again to purchase the RAM. If that laptop is not compatible with your 8 GB of RAM, it's challenging, sir. No need to purchase anything. We are going to discuss completely cluster over Azure. Okay, no need to purchase, no need to enhance your laptop, sir. Whatever it will be stay back only. You have 4 GB RAM, right? It is too good for you. Okay, now cluster we are going to completely build on the Azure from the scratch level, sir. Okay, how to build the clusters over Azure, that is where we are going to discuss. But you need to spend more time, sir. Okay, the session will be 4 hours. When we are discussing cluster, the session will be 4 hours, sir. It's not easy. It's not a complex as well. I will go step by step approach. Okay, you need to bear for 4 hours to build the clusters. Okay, now always on, sir. Always on also we are going to build completely on Azure. Okay, and you are getting one more additional concept, sir. In a traditional way I am going to show you. In Azure level also I'm going to show you, sir, how to build always on with load balancers. Getting my point? How to build always on with load balancers. In Azure, we are going to discuss it the practical itself. Okay. uh, Here also you need to spend more time. Completely for clusters, for always on. For clusters, we are going to spend around 3 days, completely around 10 hours. We are going to discuss scratch level, how to configure, how to troubleshoot, okay, how to apply the patches. We are going to discuss what is active cluster, what is active passive cluster. We are going to discuss, and always and also we are going to advanced level trainings. Completely, you will become more stronger in always on availability group as well, and some administrator concepts as well. We are going to discuss what are the tools Microsoft is providing, what are the performance counters, what is the logs, what is the deadlocks. Okay, we are going to cover all this. Finally, we'll go to the L3 level. On L3 level, I we are going to spend more time on the cloud part, completely Azure cloud, sir. When we are discussing cloud, okay, so we will discuss, I will compare with AWS, sir. Every time I will compare with AWS because someone, my students are working on AWS as well. Okay, so because you are a Azure, you may get chance to work on AWS, but on that time, okay, if you tell no, I don't know AWS, sir, let me, for your clarify your doubt, let me show you one thing, sir. Sir, if I open Flipkart, if I open Amazon, what is the difference you will notice, sir? What is the difference you will notice? Sir, both are e-commerce applications, right? Will you agree or not?
E-commerce.
Both are e-commerce applications.
Agrees.
Like Azure, AWS, both are cloud providers. The dashboards will be different. Okay, the dashboards will be different. The services they are offering is different. The cost is different. But underlying is the concept is same, sir. Because Azure is completely built based on AWS. Okay, so technically, if we discuss, Azure is completely built on AWS platform, sir. Means AWS technique. Okay, so both are same, right? Like same. I'm going to compare, sir, throughout our training. So I will compare with what we will call in Azure, what we will call in AWS, so that you will also strong at AWS as well, sir. Okay, in Azure you will call it as a virtual machines. In AWS you will call it as a EC2 instance. Okay, in Azure you are calling it as a storage account. In AWS you will call this as a S3 buckets. So that is how I will compare. Okay, so that you will be strong on AWS and Azure as well. The platform will be different, but the underlying concept is same again. Okay, so we are going to discuss about Azure SQL database core concept, backups, restores, securities, always on availability groups. Okay, elastic pools, elastic jobs, high availability and disaster recovery, and also we are going to discuss about the migration. Very everyone is waiting for migration, sir. Okay, how to migrate on-premises database to cloud. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the different techniques: import export, DACPack, backpack, DMA database migration, sorry, MDB database migration, DMA, DMS, both we are going to discuss, sir. Offline migration, online migration, and how to monitor Azure. We are going to discuss a lot on the monitoring part as well. Then we'll discuss the Google Cloud base concepts. This is what very important, sir. Okay, around 10 days we are going to spend in performance tuning, sir. Complete from scratch level to uh, each step by step we are going to discuss. CPU troubleshoot, memory troubleshoot, IO troubleshoot, connection timeout issue, query troubleshoot. Okay, so we are going to discuss one by one with almost all the things. I just make it demo as well, sir. Okay, except IO issue. Okay, we are going to discuss everything with a demo. Means we will reproduce the issue and we'll troubleshoot. We'll reproduce the issue and we'll troubleshoot, sir. Okay, so within 60 days, completely you will get this course content, sir. Again, I'm telling 60 days is not sufficient for me. Okay, If you believe or not believe, definitely it's not sufficient for me, especially not for other. I'm not sure, sir, but it's hard for me to complete this course in 60 days. Any questions, anyone?
Yes, I do have a question.
Yes.
Are we going to cover like T-SQL, any commands and reporting services, things like that?
Yeah, integration service we are going to cover, sir. As a database administrator, we are covering business intelligence tools as well. How to install integration service, how to deploy the packages, how to migrate the packages, how to deploy analysis service, how to deploy reporting services and Power BI services. Yes, but I am not discussing complete T-SQL level. But there will be one session what developer will do, what DBA will do. Then you will have one clear cut. Okay, I am not discussing on core part of T-SQL, sir. Yes, got it.
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, and this is my YouTube channel. Okay, you can find all the videos, free videos. Maximum I'm trying to make every week one video, but because last 2 months I was completely consumed, completely occupied. Okay, but most probably next week onwards we are going to again start back. Okay, every week definitely you will get one free video, sir. Uh, you can subscribe my channel, and you will get the free videos as well. But all that videos, whatever the free videos, that is also we are going to cover. But even though if you wanted to again refer, you can also refer here. And one more thing I wanted to just show you to you people. Let me one second. Okay, so when we go for playlist, okay, if you believe me or if you not believe me, just I'm showing live, sir. 33 batch, 60 days we cover. Still, 5 to 6 sessions are pending. Means almost we are covering 65 sessions every day. Every day we are having 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours also we have spent. Okay, so I never compromise on the concept level. Okay, but you need to bear with me. If you are giving more time to me, you are learning something new, sir. Everyone, to everyone, I am telling, just give me more time on 60 days, your 60 days, sir. Okay, then you will learn a lot, because you are gaining more knowledge if you are spending 1 hour with me more. Okay, that you can make a note, sir. And don't see uh, my students as having 13 years experience, 16 years experience. Okay, and they are working as a SMEs as well, my students. Okay, uh, I never compromise on the concept level. Okay, see, 33 32 batch around 59 sessions we have discussed. 33 batch around 60 sessions, still they're yet to complete. Because 32 batch, why is 59 means, they given me a lot of time on the same day. Morning same batch, evening also I taken the batch. So one day there will be only one meeting I will share, right? So both they will get the recordings. So that is why they are able to see 59 videos. So completely you can follow this YouTube channel, and Sai is going to share every day the links. You can find it, sir. Okay, that's it from the base level. Then let me jump into core part, sir. Our training actually. Okay, any questions till now before we go and discuss the demo? Discuss about intro about the SQL Server, sir. Introduction about the SQL Server. Any questions? Yep. No. Okay. Thanks.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Sir, just now you said 60 days is not sufficient for me, but they then increase the time, right?
Sorry.
Sir, then increase the time, then increase the classes time.
Uh,
Like 60.
even sir, I know I can do that one. See, whenever 33 batch started, okay, 10 people's 12 peoples had joined in my batch, okay. Whenever I was in ending 60th 60th day, okay, 3 peoples are joining,
Oh, shit.
okay. For that sake only,
Okay.
what we are going to do means I am planning. So I am placing all the L1 level, okay, L1 level videos, okay. So I'm going to make a separately, okay. I will share that videos to you, sir. You can refer that videos.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, weekend also on Saturday, sir. Okay. Sometimes you need to spend on the Sunday as well. Okay, sometimes you need to spend whenever we are discussing clusters, whenever we are discussing always on, you need to spend on the weekends, sir, because weekend and everyone having more time, right? Okay, usually when we are discussing clusters and always on, it will take hardly 4 hours, 4 hours, sir. 8 hours we are spending over the weekend. Okay, so that's what. Give more time to me, sir. That is one request everyone I am asking. If you are giving more time to me, you will learn lot content from you. Okay. Yes, sir. If no questions, good. Now, sir, history of Microsoft SQL Server, sir. First, okay, sir, we are learning again. Day one, I am telling, sir, everyone who are starting your career, who already working, just I'm giving a hands up. We are learning MS SQL Server Database Administrator course, sir. After 60 days, someone students is telling we done what course we completed means SQL Server. They are not telling full form. Sir, Microsoft SQL Server Database Administrator. Okay, we are completely over Microsoft SQL Server Database Administrators. We are okay, but okay, that is the first thing, sir. What is the history of the Microsoft SQL Server, sir? So it's been 25 years journey of SQL Server. Okay, it's not a 1 year or 2 year or 3 years, sir. It's not like a 10 years or 15 years. It's 25 years journey, almost almost 25 years journey, sort of Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, sir. When we go for 20 years back, when we go for 20 years back, Microsoft is a small organization. When you compare with IBM, sir, Microsoft and IBM work together. In 20 years back, they worked together on off operating system. Okay, what operating system, sir? Operating system 2 is a series of compute operating system initially created by Microsoft and IBM under the leadership of the IBM software designer. So completely IBM is the leading organization in that time. Okay, so Microsoft is the small organization. Microsoft and IBM worked together. Microsoft and IBM work together to design the operating system OS2. Operating system OS2, sir. And once they designed the operating system, they went to the market. They went to the market, sir, to sell. So Microsoft started selling the operating system. IBM is also started operating system, selling operating system. But IBM has used its business strategy, sir. IBM used its business strategy. What business strategy means? IBM 20 years back, IBM is maintaining its own database called DB2. Sir, IBM is maintaining its own database called DB2. But 20 years back, Microsoft is not having any database management system, sir. Microsoft is a organization which is working together with IBM for the designing of the operating system. So what IBM done in the market to sell the product, okay? So whoever purchased the operating system, I will give DB2 database free, license free. Getting my point? You know the strategy, right? Business strategy. What IBM done? Whoever purchase operating system, I will give my database free for you. And everyone interested to purchase operating system with IBM, not with Microsoft. because Microsoft is just selling operating system. He don't have any database management system, right? On 20 years back. Okay, then Microsoft thinking that, okay, oh my God, okay, let's database is having such, okay, leadership. Then Microsoft start working with Sybase. Sir, Microsoft started its journey with Sybase, not with MS SQL Server, sir. Okay, see, Microsoft started its journey with the Sybase. Microsoft SQL operating system to begin a project to the port called Sybase SQL Server on OS/2 in 1989. Astron Tata, Sybase, and Microsoft worked together for the database called Sybase. Sir, Sybase is the base concept for SQL Server actually. Actually, Microsoft came from the Sybase, sir. Getting my point? Sir, this is 20 years back information I'm telling. Okay, not presently where we are standing, sir. Okay, Microsoft, Sybase is organization, Microsoft is organization, and Astron Tata is organization. Three come together and they started working with the Sybase database. Getting my point? Online people on an operating system of 16-bit operating system, sir. Now no more, sir. We are in the 64-bit operating system. Earlier in olden days, ancient days, we are using 16-bit operating system. Now we are using 64-bit operating system. We no more using 32-bit operating system as well. Make a note, online people. Okay, so once Microsoft started its journey with the Sybase, then Microsoft has been separated from the Sybase and he started his own database management system with the version 1.0. With the version 1.0 on operating system of OS/2 in the year 1989. Okay, 1989, Microsoft started releasing its own database management system, SQL Server 1.0 with 16-bit operating system on OS/2 operating system with the 16-bit. Getting everyone? So 20 years back, sir, I'm telling again. Okay, 20 years back, Microsoft is a small organization with this with a small kind of database management system. Now on 2022, Microsoft is the leading database management system throughout the global. Now here we are standing. Microsoft is the top leading database management system. Is a top leading management system, sir. We know Oracle is the one of the leading management system, database management system. Even though last couple of years, Microsoft is the leading database management system. Microsoft beaten all the database management systems. So throughout the global, we have many database management systems, sir. Not only SQL Server. Okay, we are learning MS SQL Server. Oracle is the database management system. Sybase is the database management system. DB2 is the database management system. Teradata is the DB management system. MongoDB, Amazon Aurora, okay, SAP HANA. So we have many database management systems, sir. Throughout the global, I read that around 300 plus database management system are available. Out of that, okay, Microsoft the leader for the database management system. Where we started our journey, where we are standing now. Okay, so Microsoft keep on enhancing. You know about the operating system, right? Everyone knows, sir, maximum. So we earlier, like 10 years back, we are using Windows XP, later Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10. Now we are using Windows 11. Will you agree or not, sir? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Like
Yes.
same, Microsoft is also keep on enhancing on the database management system. Every feature is started enhancing. Every feature is started enhancing. Okay. SQL Server till 2005, sir. Completely SQL is still running with the Sybase related information, sir. Sybase related code. From SQL Server 2005 onwards, completely redesign the code, Microsoft. It's completely Microsoft code from SQL Server 2005 onwards. So lot of enhancement done on the SQL Server 2005, sir. Like a log shipping, database mirroring, replication, lot, a lot, sir. Microsoft came up with a lot of enhancement from the SQL Server 2005 onwards. Make a note. Now we have 2008 R2, sir. Completely Microsoft stopped the support, sir. Till 2008 R2, no more support by Microsoft. Now we can use 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017, 2019, and you can also use 2022 as well, sir. Maybe next year you may start with 2022. SQL Server 2022. Okay, everyone, any questions, sir? What is the journey of Microsoft SQL Server? No more questions? Okay, chalo. Sir, basically, our SQL Server will follow client server architecture, sir. Okay, client server. Then you may, whoever listening first time, definitely you may get confused about what is the client server, what is the server. Let me show you. For them, let me show you, sir. Okay, when you open the Google, okay, Google's, everyone knows about the stock market. Yes or no? Everyone knows about the, at least little bit about the stock market, right, sir? So when you go for Tata Motor stocks, see, sir, are you able to see the graph? Sir, you can see 1 day graph, okay, 1 day graph. You can see the 5 days graph. You can see 1 month graph. You can see 6 months graph. You can see 1 year graph. You can see 5 years graph. You can see maximum graph from the portal level. You are able to see from 2002 onwards, sir. Sir, 2002 onwards, you are able to see the data. Sir, how the data is coming from, where the data is coming, sir? Sir, they are maintaining the databases, right? Means somewhere they need to store the data. Otherwise, how you can get the data, sir? 20 years back. Yes or no? Online people, almost 18 years back data you are able to see. On fly you are able to see. Just I am clicking the max, you are getting some data. On fly you are able to see. How you are getting this data, sir? Where actual this data is storing? Now, when you go to the Flipkart also, when you go to Amazon, sir, when you go to Amazon also, when you place a order, when you cancel the order, when you track the order, somewhere it need to store, right? So this is what your front end, sir. This is what your front end, sir. We are seeing the front end, like which is designed by Java, .NET, PHP, WordPress. Okay, any one of the tool, they are going to use any tool to design your front end, to design your front end, sir. But what about the back end, where actually your order information is storing? Where actually see, whenever you book one product, you will track the product status, right? Where my product is currently standing, whether it is shipped mode or delivery mode, or it is still not yet dispatched. How you are getting that information, sir? Somewhere they need to store your data, right? So that data is nothing but your database management system, sir. Okay, so they can store in Oracle, they can store in SQL Server, they can store in MongoDB, they will store in SAP HANA, they will store in DBA, they will store in Teradata, anywhere, sir. For every database management system, there will be client. Your client is nothing but, okay, so the front end, sir. Whatever you are seeing the front end, wherever you are standing, we are standing at the back end. Now you got one idea, sir? Everyone, what kind of data we are storing? Either it can be e-commerce, or it can be stock market, or it can be banking domain, or it can be insurance domain, or it can be oil and gas, petrol, anything, sir. You are storing the data. So we are the database administrator to store data. That can be live data. Live data is nothing but production data, sir. Very, very critical data. Getting my point? In case if something happened to SQL, entire your Amazon will down. Will you agree or not? So recently, even Google is also having some outage for 5 minutes. YouTube is also having outage for 5 minutes recently, 2 to 3 months back or 6 months back. Anyone notice it, sir? Google is down for 5 minutes. Entire Google is down for 5 minutes, sir. Make a note. So whatever you are seeing is nothing but front end. Whatever is a back end, sir. We are back end people who is actually maintaining the data. Who is maintaining the data, sir? We are maintaining the data. Okay, make a note, sir. So that is why clearly I mentioned SQL Server will follows client server architecture, sir. Client can be desktop, client can be browser, client can be tool, any tool, sir. Okay, a tool or desktop or browser, any, sir, client. And your application can be designed by Java, PHP, .NET, okay, WordPress, any code, sir. And when you go for database, either it can be SQL Server, or it can be Oracle, it can be Sybase, it can be blah 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 blah. We have a lot many database management system, right? Even I can give you one more example, sir. Everyone knows about the ATM machines, right? Sir, ATM machines are completely designed with mainframes code. Mainframes and AS400 code. AS400 code. Sir, mainframes and AS400 is a black screen. You cannot see colors. But when you go to the ATM machines, you are seeing colorful screens with images, with signatures. You are seeing all the color screen. But completely mainframes and AS400 is running with the black screen, sir. Means when you open command prompt, right? Completely it is a black screen, right? This is how your ATM machines are running, sir. Okay. Later they integrated mainframes with the Java or PHP or .NET, and they make it as a color screen. Okay. So when you go for ATM machines, that is what, sir. That is reason you are able to see the color screen. Otherwise, completely your ATM machines are in the black screen. They integrated the Java to make more colorful whenever we go to the ATM machines. Got you, sir? So like same, we are also using client server, sir. Your client can be desktop or browser or something else, sir. Your server will be your SQL server or Oracle or any other database management system. Make a note. Any questions? Again, I ask you, don't make one man show. Okay? Just confirm, you clarify your doubts, sir. Don't sit idle, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Clear, everyone? Till
Yeah,
now?
yes.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, sir, everyone is having one confusion that okay, Microsoft SQL Server means only we have the databases. No, sir, wrong product. Wrong, not wrong product. No, sorry, wrong assumption, sir. So Microsoft is having lot many products, around 200 plus products are available, sir. So when you go for, let me, sorry, okay, let me go to Google. When you go and search with Microsoft product lifecycle, okay, when you go for search with Microsoft product lifecycle, okay, almost Microsoft is supporting almost 694 products. 694 services. Okay, so let me share this block, sir. Just make it handy. Again, I'm telling, right, whatever the block I'm pinging in the chat window, just send it to your WhatsApp, sir, so that everyone can see. Anyone, sir, anyone, people. Okay, around 694 services, 94 products, 694 products are being supported by Microsoft. So Microsoft means not a small, it's a large. Will you agree or not, sir? Microsoft is having .NET, Microsoft is having MS Office 365, Microsoft is having Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Servers, Microsoft Office, SQL Server, Visual Studio, Windows. Lot many products are available, sir. Lot many products are available by Microsoft is going to support. When you go to the SQL itself, when you go to the SQL itself, see SQL Server 2019, 2017, Power BI reporting service, Microsoft Report Viewer 2016, Management Studio, Azure Power BI Workspace Collection. Lot of sub components are available again. You can search here, sir. If you wanted to search SQL Server 2019, you can search here. Okay, click on search. You will get about SQL Server 2019. You can click here. You will get the complete information about when it has been started, what is the end date, what is actual end date, what is your extended end date, sir. Even when you are purchasing a car, when you are purchasing a bike also, so they will tell, okay, this warranty is for 1 year. If you wanted to extend, you need to pay additional amount. Okay, but that amount is very less only, sir, when you compare with regular extended. Okay, regular. Okay, this is mainstream end date means January 7th 2025. Microsoft will start supporting of your SQL Server, sir. Okay, one second, guys. Okay, meanwhile, any questions, sir? 1 second, I got a critical incident. Okay, meanwhile, any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay, yes, see, you can extend your warranty, sir, as well. So Microsoft is providing that facility as well. Okay, okay, chalo, we almost done. Okay, done, sir. Yeah, thanks everyone. Okay, yeah, let's start again. Yeah, so that is what, sir. So don't come up with one concept like, okay, Microsoft means only SQL Server. So Microsoft is having only SQL Server database, so nothing else offering by Microsoft. No, sir, lot many products are available. Teams, Microsoft Teams, Microsoft MS Office, Microsoft SQL 365, Gmail, your Windows operating systems. Okay, your Windows servers. Okay, MS Office. Okay, these many products are available, sir, by supporting by providing by Microsoft, sir. Make a note, sir. Everyone. Out of that, I just mentioned a couple of things, sir. Okay, SharePoint is a Microsoft. Office Excel is a Microsoft. Okay, SQL database is a Microsoft product. Analysis service. Okay, we are going to discuss, sir, analysis service, integration service, and reporting services. These three services majorly we'll call it as a business intelligent tools, sir. BI, business intelligent tools like Informatica. You know about, anyone heard about Informatica, Cognos, Tableau? Anyone, sir? Like same, Microsoft is also providing, sir, reporting services, and Tableau both are similar only. Tableau is the reporting tool. SSRS is the reporting tool. Power BI is also reporting tool, sir. Okay, when you go for Informatica is the data warehouse tool. Like same, IS, SQL Server Integration Service is the data warehouse tool, sir. Okay, and analysis service. No other organization is providing analysis service, sir. Only Microsoft is providing analysis service. You can go and refer. SAP is the leading business intelligence tools. SAP contains around 200 tools. Okay, he's also not providing analysis service. Analysis service is providing by the Microsoft. So they will design the cubes. So again, I'm telling, no need to worry. I am telling that okay, SQL means only SQL. No, sir, absolutely no. Okay, SQL contains lot. SQL contain lot. Okay, that is what I am trying to give you on the day one itself. Okay, everyone will tell us okay, SQL is very easy. Okay, you will learn in 15 days or 30 days. It's not. Again, I am telling. Okay, after 60 days, I can take a feedback from everyone, right? You will tell definitely not easy. Okay, make a note, sir. Means only if you are learning Azure, you are forgetting about this, no use. If you are learning only SQL Server, no use. So, as a database administrator, what activities we will do? Okay, you should know about analysis service, you know about reporting services, you need to know about integration services, you need to know about Power BI services. Okay, you need to know about Azure data, Azure Active Directory service. All we are going to cover, sir. MI service we are going to cover. Azure storage we are going to cover. Azure Active Directory we are going to cover. Databases service we are going to cover. Uh, and virtual machine we are going to cover. Okay, so lot many services we are going to cover, sir. That all make together and you are tell that okay, I was SQL Server database administrator. Yes, make a note, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, SQL is not a easy. I am also telling SQL is easy, but why I am not telling easy? When you compare with other database management system, SQL is easy. When you start digging with the SQL Server, SQL is also more complex. Okay, that you came to know whenever we are going for day-to-day sessions, sir. I'm not sure. Okay, uh, I don't want make more complex, but try to understand the concept. Concept is very important, sir. Okay, that's what. And now, sir, see when you go for operating system also, you have operating system like Windows 10, Windows Pro, Windows Standard Edition, right? Yes or no? When you go for operating system also, there are editions, right, sir? There are versions, right? Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows Pro, like same, sir. SQL, whenever you start working with the SQL Server, whenever if someone is contacting you and asking, hey, can you install SQL Server? First, you need to prefer what SQL version I need to install and what edition I need to install. What SQL version I need to install, what edition I need to install. That is the first priority, sir. Okay, what SQL Server I need to install, like SQL 2019 or 2017 or 2016 or 2014 or 2012. What version of SQL you required? Sir, application team will contact to you, right? So you need to ask your application, hey, what version I need to install the SQL? Okay, that is the first question. So we have lot many things, but these are the two important priorities, sir. Okay, and edition. So which edition we need to install? Enterprise edition, standard edition. Okay, mostly three editions we'll use, sir, mostly like enterprise, standard, and express. Developer edition also will use, sir. Okay, so mostly around 60% will use the standard edition real world because license cost. License cost, sir. You need to see the cost of the SQL Server, how much Microsoft is charging. Okay, that is very important, right? We are going to discuss a lot, sir. Okay, so there is a one thing. When you go to the edition, sir, when you go to the edition, again go to search Google. Okay, SQL Server editions. Okay, so when you go to the editions of SQL Server, okay, so we have lot of editions, sir. Enterprise edition, standard edition, web edition, developer edition, express edition. Okay, each edition having its own Okay, complexity. Each edition having its own limitations, but core concept is again same, sir. Core concept is again same, but what are the challenges you will see, what are the compatibility issues you will see, that we are going to discuss in day by day, sir. In our throughout session we are going to discuss one by one, and I will also share one data sheet, sir. Okay, let me share data sheet. Okay, yeah, this is the link, sir. Just go to the Google and search for SQL Server Edition datasheet. First link you will get the PDF, sir. Everyone try to download this one, sir. Okay, when you get here, directly it will provide a download link. Sai will share in the WhatsApp. This PDF Sai will share once our batch is complete. Once our training is sorry, once our session is completed. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, it's tell you clearly information about what editions are available in SQL Server, what are the limited, sir. No one can mention all the features which are supportable, which are not supportable in the edition level, sir. Okay, but you will get the major differences. Sir, when you go for enterprise and standard, what is the major limitations you will see is CPU, memory, CPU, memory, sir. When I open Sir, when I open MS Info 32, a complete information about my operating system, sir. Okay, sir, I am having 8 logical processor with 4 core, sir. Assume, assume, sir, if my system is having, assume my system is having 32 core operating system. If I am using SQL Server Standard Edition, if I am using SQL Server Standard Edition, okay, if I'm using SQL Standard Edition, maximum I can use 24 core. Even you are having 32 core operating system, sir, your laptop, your desktop, your server is built with 32 core processor. Even though your server is having 32 core processor, your SQL can listen only, your SQL can your SQL can consume only 24 core processors only when you are installing SQL on Standard Edition. That is kind of limitation is available, sir. Okay, so that is kind of limitation. When you go for memory, in my laptop I'm having 8 GB of RAM. In my laptop I'm having 8 GB of RAM, sir. 8 GB of RAM. Out of 8 GB, okay, assume your laptop, your server is having 300 GB of RAM. Okay, your SQL can use only 128 GB of RAM. Beyond that it never grow. Beyond that it never grows, sir. Such kind of limitations are available when you go for Standard Edition, when you go for Enterprise Edition, sir. Enterprise Edition is unlimited, sir. You can use up to how many cores your operating system is listening. Your SQL Server will listen also same core number of cores. Memory, and you can also enable the TDs. Enterprise level features are all compatible, sir. But when you go for standard, TD is not compatible. Means transparent data encryption. Means you cannot encrypt the data. Means you cannot encrypt the data, sir, when you are in Standard Edition. Like such kind of limitations are available, sir. Otherwise, uh, medium scale application, small scale application will go for standard only, sir, because cost. We are going to discuss next that the same concept. Even when you go for Express Edition, sir, try to understand. In Express Edition, when Web Edition, you can use only 16 cores. You can only use 64 GB of RAM. You cannot go beyond that. Such kind of limitations are available when you go for edition level. But the underlying core concept is same, sir. Underlying core concept is same, sir. Again, any questions, sir? We'll discuss in the coming sessions. Okay, one by one. No worries. Clear? Not clear? Everyone? So when you are choosing SQL Server, either it can be Okay, SQL Server Edition. Okay, when you go for editions, okay, so you can go for SQL Server 2017, you can go for SQL Server 2016. Sir, here is the best, sir. Okay, so see this hierarchy. You will get lot of free content here. Lot, sir. Lot. What are the limitations? See, you will get a complete limitation, sir. Okay, so let me share this also as well. Sir, anyone try to ping this links on your WhatsApp group, sir? Anyone? Okay, so clear, sir. So I am not going deeper in this all the future, sir. We'll go throughout our session. We'll go one by one. Okay, try to understand. When we are starting our career, I cannot go in one day. I cannot explain you complete about SQL Server, right? Okay, I'm trying to explain what versions are available, what editions are available, what are the compatibility issues you will see when you go for enterprise, when you go for standard, in the kind of limitations I explained you, sir, so that you will get one idea. Okay, this is what majorly we need to look into whenever we are going for standard or whenever we are going for enterprise level. Make a note. Yep. Clear, sir, everyone? So whenever you got opportunity to install the SQL Server, which version of SQL Server I need to install, which edition I need to install. Very, very important, sir. Now, back to our slide. Very, very interesting concept, licensing. Licensing part, sir. Okay. So whenever you are purchasing SQL Server, okay, so you need to purchase the license. When you go for licensing, your SQL licensing, we have two types of licensing, sir. One is core based license, one is server plus cal based license. Okay, server plus cal based license, sir. So based on your license, okay, so Microsoft is going to charge for you. Okay, so two types of licensing will purchase. Either you are going for core based license, how many cores your operating system is running. Okay, Microsoft is going to charge that much of price for you. How many core you are using? See, if you are going for core based license, see my operating system, my where oh sorry, shit, MS Info 02. I am using 4 cores, sir. Okay, 4 core. Uh, let me give you one more example, sir. Before that, so that you will get one better idea, sir. When you go for Intel, mostly, mostly, sir, we are using Intel process. You know about, right? Yes or no? When you go for Windows based level, Intel process is the very purity. Mostly we look into Intel. When you go for smartphone device, Snapdragon is the Snapdragon, right? Processor. Okay, processor plays a key role, sir, and this is how it will looks like. Okay, we have Exynos processor, we have Intel Core processor. Okay, when you go to the Intel processor, especially when you go to the Intel process, let me open, sir, first. Okay, so when you go to the Intel Core processor, Exynos processor is available, but let me go for Intel Core processor, sir. We have different, see, we have different processors, sir. Intel, when you go for Intel also we have different, but let me go for Intel Core processor. When you go for Intel Core processors, I am having Intel i3 processor, i5 processor, i7 processor, i9 processor is also available. Yes or no? When I'm going for i7, assume I'm purchasing i7 processor. Okay, when I open i7, minimum, sir, minimum you will get 12 cores, sir. Minimum you will get 12 core. Are you able to see, sir? When I am purchasing a laptop, with i7, minimum you will get the 12 cores. Yes or no? Online people, are you there, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, okay, make a note, sir. This is the first thing. Okay, Now, when I go on Google search about SQL Server licensing guide, SQL Server, okay, license guide. Okay, let me go for SQL Server 2019, sir. It is the latest, right? Let me go here, sir. Okay, and let me not license information. We'll search with information, sir. Information. Okay, let me go for Microsoft Block, sir. Let me prefer Microsoft Block, sir. All our PDF. Okay, license. This is not Microsoft Block. Okay, sorry. One second. Everything you are getting PDF only. Then let me open the PDF, sir. Okay. Now this is the licensing guide of SQL Server 2019. Okay. When you scroll down, down. Yeah. This portion is very important, sir. Not wait. Here he is not mentioning the cost. I want the cost. Somewhere he's mentioning. Anywhere is mentioning about the cost. Oh my God. One second. Let me search in Google itself. Yes. Okay, let me go for SQL Server 2019 license guide. Remove this. We'll search this one. Yes, pricing, sir. Yes, I got it. Yeah, very important. Now see, sir. Okay, now see, sir. Okay, now you can understand the cost of one SQL Server enterprise level, sir. Enterprise level. Okay, enterprise level. Okay, Microsoft is charging $13,748 for 2 core. Sir, for 2 core, sir. For 2 core processors, Microsoft is charging $13,000, $13,748. Can you convert into the Indian currency? Can you convert into Indian currency, sir? So 13,748 into 75. Microsoft is charging 10 lakhs for one SQL Server Enterprise Edition. For one SQL Server Enterprise Edition, Microsoft is charging 10 lakhs or Indian currency. For US, so Microsoft is charging $13,748. How many cores, sir? 2 core. Assume, sir, if I am purchasing, sir, if you are purchasing i7 core, Intel i7 core, by default you are getting 12 core. Then go and calculate the same thing, sir, here. Sir, go and calculate, sir. Now, 12 divided by 6 is 6. 12 divided by 2 is 6, sir. Now, how you need to calculate? 13,748 into 6 equal to $82,448 Microsoft is charging. When you convert into Indian currency, okay, 61 lakhs Microsoft is charging for one enterprise SQL Server version, sir. One SQL enterprise license, Microsoft is charging 61 lakhs 86,000 per year. Make a note, sir. Heavy cost, right? Online people, sir, getting, sir?
Yes,
Yeah, sir.
sir.
Too much.
Yes.
Too much. Okay, sir, not too much, sir. When you compare with Oracle, Microsoft is very less. That I can promise you. Okay, when you compare with Oracle, Microsoft is too good. Licensing part, sir. Price past. Okay, make a note, sir, everyone. Sir, getting or not, sir? When you go for core base, sir, we have two kind of licensing, right? That's what I wanted to explain. When you go for licensing part, when you are choosing core based license, that is how Microsoft will calculate, sir. That is how Microsoft will calculate for the licensing. So core base license, sir, you can connect n number of users, sir. There is no limitations for client. There is no limitations on user. You can connect as much when you go for core base license. See, the per core license optional allows for unlimited users or unlimited device to access the SQL server both internally and externally. There is no limitation. Unlimited users, unlimited devices, internal or external, you can connect as your wish, sir. There is no limitations when you go for core based license, and that is what Microsoft is charging.
I
Take it
have a
out.
quick question.
Yes, sir.
Does it matter if it's on premises or is that the same price for Azure?
Azure is something different, sir. Azure is not like this. Okay, Azure is what compute storage. Very good question. What compute you are selecting, based on that the pricing is changing. Because
Okay, so
when you go for PaaS, sir, when you
basically,
go for PaaS, when you go for IaaS, IaaS is again same, sir. When you go for Azure, IaaS is the same. When you go for PaaS, it will definitely change, sir.
okay, so basically these prices are for on premises, right?
On premises and Azure IaaS, IaaS,
Okay.
infrastructure as a service. Yes. Thank you. Good question. Any any other questions, sir? Anyone? Silence never make gain the knowledge again. Okay. Yes. Next. Okay, if you clear about core based licensing, sir, that is how Microsoft is going to charge. Okay, core base, even for the standard also, when you go for standard edition, how much Microsoft is going to charge for two cores, sir? $3,586. Sir, how much price difference you notice from this enterprise to standard, sir? See, enterprise $13,000. It's almost 10 lakhs. Now you are paying only 3 lakhs. Three $3,000 only you are paying when you are going for standard edition. So that is how the price will vary, sir. Okay, so in case, sir, again I am telling, as a database administrator, we should know a base concept of licensing, sir. If you have any questions on any queries on licensing part, definitely you should must and should contact the Microsoft licensing team. Again I'm telling, sir, Microsoft licensing team, not Microsoft DBA team, sir. So Microsoft is also having different teams, right? Microsoft IaaS team, Microsoft PaaS team, Microsoft SQL on-prem team. Okay, you need to contact Microsoft licensing team so that they can come up. You can ask all your queries to the Microsoft licensing team. Microsoft licensing team is the one person who can guide you lot on the licensing part. Okay, make a note, sir. You need to create a case to Microsoft, sir. I will show you how to create a case to Microsoft. Okay. Okay. When we are discussing Azure, I will show you how to create a case to Microsoft. In case if your application team is asking about licensing part, mostly, okay, we need to reach to the your Microsoft application, Microsoft licensing team, sir, who is having more knowledge on licensing part. Okay, that is part about the core part, sir. If you core per core licensing base, so that is how Microsoft is going to charge the prices. Okay, sir. SQL licenses. Again, I'm telling. Now, when you go for server plus cal licenses, server plus cal licenses, sir. Okay, when you are going for server plus cal is nothing but client access license. Your client, your server, your server, your client. Okay, you are not going for core base, sir. Here now Microsoft is charging for differently. Microsoft is charging for differently, sir. Again, same concept only, same movie only, but try to understand the logic, sir. Here, sir, here Microsoft is going to charge per core, right? Now, when you go for server plus cal, okay, sir, what is the your server license, sir, here? So $899 Microsoft is going to charge for your operating system, your server, sir. Microsoft is going to charge, sir. When I having medium scale application, not too many business users, not too many users will connect. Instead of I'm going for enterprise edition, instead of I'm going for standard edition licensing, it's very cost to me. I need to go for cost cutting, sir. Then you can go for server plus cal. So because Microsoft is charging very less prices when you go for, see, I'm having one server, I'm having uh, one client, sir. I'm having only one client, okay? One client Microsoft is charging for 209. Okay, let me open the notepad, sir, to get better idea. Sir, Microsoft is charging for approximately $900, okay, for server plus. Sir, if I'm having only one client, Microsoft is going to charge only $209. Approximately it is 1000, okay, 1000 uh, 18 approximately. Microsoft is going to charge $1018, sir. Okay, $1080. But if you are having more clients, then see the price, sir. So if you are having more clients, then start dividing into 10 clients. If you are having 10 clients, then go to the calculator, sir. Okay, go to the calculator and search 209 into 10. So approximately 2090 plus, okay, this total approximately $3,000 Microsoft is charging for cal plus 10 server plus 10 client license. But there are a lot many restrictions are available, sir, when you go for cal plus server plus cal licensing. So that is why obviously you can go for standard edition, right? You have unlimited. You are going to just pay $500 additional, but you are getting lot of additional benefits. Lot of additional benefits are unlimited users, unlimited clients can connect. So you have lot of benefits, right? So that you can you can educate your application team. Hey, we can go for standard edition. We'll get, we are just paying $500 additional, but you are getting lot many additional benefits. You need to educate your application team, sir. Based on the request, you need to educate your application team. Hope you understand, online people.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So that is how you need to calculate, sir. Okay, so for example, you are having one application called Amazon. Okay, Amazon is my application, sir. I am going to build one application Amazon. For Amazon, I required five SQL Server instance, five SQL Server instance means five SQL Server, sir, instance. Out of five, okay, two are enterprise, and three are standard. Three are standards. So uh, out of five SQL Server versions, okay, two I need to go for enterprise versions. Okay, three I need to go for standard edition, sir. So how much Microsoft is charging? Okay, and that too I want with 12 core processors. With 12 core processors, sir. With 12 core. With 12 core processor. Now tell me. So now tell me, sir, how much Microsoft is charging for one server for 12 core, sir? 61 lakhs. I hope, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Almost Microsoft is charging. How much Microsoft is charging, sir? 64, 61, 61.
61.
How much Microsoft is charging for two enterprise editions?
61 lakh.
121.
Sir, one for one license, that is. I want two license now.
121.
122. 1 crore 22 lakhs.
That much Microsoft is charging for two SQL servers, sir. So you need to, as a database administrator, is simply you are going office and working in the office like a uh, robot is never gain your technical stuff, sir. You need to see the licenses. You need to see what how
Washing
many
machine.
SQLs.
What are you like?
Hey, please
Therefore,
don't mute. Hey, please mute. Hari. Okay, before you make sure that mute, sir. Okay. Now, okay, that is how you need to see the license cost, sir. How much your organization is paying, sir. In my organization, we are maintaining 5,000 servers. Now tell me, sir, 5,000 servers. How much our company is paying to Microsoft? Only my organization, sir. 5,000 SQL Server versions we maintained for 4 years. Now tell me. Okay, that is what, sir? License cost. Everyone clear, sir? Any questions on licensing part? Clear? Not clear?
Clear, sir.
Yeah, thanks, sir. Now, sir. Okay, a little bit introduction about database and data, sir. Just I wanted to introduce. Okay, sir. Basically, we are a database administrator where we are going to maintain the data. Sir, data that can be raw data, that can be any data, sir. It can be human being data, it can be non-movable data. So earlier days, sir, olden days, we are going to store. You remember or not? Who is from India? Okay, from other countries. Okay, maybe I'm not sure how they are following in 15 years back. Let ask anyone, sir. In India, in our childhood, sir, when you are going to the school, they are making the attendance in a book, attendance book. Will you remember or not? Still, they are maintaining same thing. I know. Couple of schools. Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, sir. Book is also database. Excel is also database. Sir, where you are storing your data, that is a database only, sir. But it is unstructured data. It is not having any structured, sir. Unstructured data. It is storing data. I am not telling it is not storing data. It is storing data, but it is not in a structured way. Yes or no? If you wanted to see some data, you need to scroll entire your book, right? It's very difficult, right? Now they are starting enhancing. Okay, now they designed one called database management system, DBMS. Database management system, DBMS, sir. Database management system, where you are going to store in the form of database in a systematic collection of data, in a proper arranging the data, sir. Okay, it will arrange the data. You can retrieve the data very quickly. You can modify the data very quickly. You can do whatever you want, sir. In a proper, in a arranged way, you can do it. Data that can be anything, sir. Okay, but database is nothing but collection of data which is arranged in the systematic way. A collection that can be your Amazon, that can be your Citibank or HSBC Bank. Okay, any data, sir, raw data, like whoever who is working in uh, US. You know about ExxonMobil? Anyone? ExxonMobil is the oil and gas petrol bunk. Anyone, sir, who is from US? No one? Yes. Okay. So ExxonMobil, sir. So they are going to store all their data, okay, the raw data, IT data into the databases, sir. The access part, everything, okay, in the systematic way. DBMS, database management system, is the arranged in the systematic when you compare with the Excel or when you compare with something other flat files. Sir, Notepad, sir, if you open the Notepad, okay, if you open the Notepad, okay, so if you are typing something, okay, welcome to SQL Server DBA. Welcome to SQL Server DBA. It is a technically we are calling as a notepad. It is also a database or where it is storing data. So in olden days we are calling it as a flat files. Now also you are calling it as a flat files. Okay. So data, and when you open the Excel is a database, is also a database where you can call it as a, where earlier days, now also still most of the people are using Excel to store is data. Now we are exporting the data. Okay, see, it is also data where you can store it, but it is not in a structured format. It is not in a structured format. To retrieve, to read, to modify, you may face challenges. Will you agree or not, sir? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, okay. Now, sir, when you go to the SQL server, sir, we have two kind of languages. One is SQL language, one is T-SQL language. SQL language, T-SQL language, sir. Okay, we'll discuss. I told you, right? We have one separate session on the development part. We'll discuss what developers will do so that you will get one better idea, that will gain more knowledge. Okay, developers are doing this kind of activities. As a DBA, we are going to do all this kind of stuff. Okay, so no worries, sir. We'll discuss a lot. Okay. So when you go for SQL Server, we'll call it as a SQL. SQL is the common language for all your database management systems. When you go for Oracle, when you go for MySQL, when you go for DB2, when you go for PostgreSQL, Teradata, MongoDB, SQL is the common language, sir. Structure query language. SQL stands for structure query language, sir. And we have T-SQL as well. Transaction structure query language. In Microsoft SQL Server, you will call it as a SQL and T-SQL. When you go for Oracle, you will call it as a SQL and PLSQL, sir. Not T-SQL, we'll call it as a PLSQL, sir. If you know the SQL Server, you almost know about the Oracle as well. Almost similar, sir. What developers advantage is, almost developers whatever they are designing in the Oracle, they can easily design in the MS SQL Server as well, because almost similar. Only couple of challenges is declaration part. Okay, when you are declaring something, there are declaration is something different, sir, when you compare with Oracle. Okay, you can install SQL Server in Windows, you can install SQL Server in Linux, you can install SQL Server in Mac, you can install SQL Server in containers like SQL on Docker, SQL on Kubernetes. Okay, you can install SQL Server on Docker, sir. If from SQL Server 2019 onwards, from SQL Server 2019, you can install SQL Server in the containers, shipping containers, sir. Like when you go for uh, Docker Hub, Docker Hub, okay, is a website, sir, where you can find all the containers here. Okay, so they will design the images. You can search with MS SQL Server, sir. MS SQL, okay, MS SQL Server. Okay, when you search with MS SQL Server, okay, you can get it. Let me remove SQL, sir. Just search with SQL Server. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. MySQL, say you are getting MySQL, you are getting Oracle. Yeah, Microsoft SQL Server. Now this is SQL on containers. Okay, SQL on containers, sir. So not only Windows flavors, because I know we are Windows lovers, sir. Because mostly everything you can do it from the graphical user interface, right? We know Windows platform because we love the graphics. Okay, so but when you go for Linux, it is purely command prompt, sir. We are going to discuss in Linux part as well, how to install the SQL on Linux, how to handle the SQL on Linux, and also I may explain you the concept of how to install SQL on the Docker. Okay, still no one is using Docker, but still, okay, we should know about the concept, how to work with containers. Okay, yeah, yes. Now, sir, now SQL, sir, SQL stands for Structure Query Language. SQL stands for Structure Query Language. Okay, so basically it's a language, sir. It's a language like you know about C language, you know about Java language, you know about C++ language, you know about PowerShell language, you know about Python language, you know about R language, right? Like same, SQL is also a language, but technically we are calling it as a structured query language used to perform the on the database management system, sir. So SQL is common for Oracle, MySQL, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, DB2, Amazon Aurora, okay, Cosmos DB. We have lot many database management systems, right? So you can use this language to perform, to insert the data, to update the data, to modify the data. You can perform whatever you can do with the on the database management system. On the database management system, you can do with help of this language. Okay, what are the commands are available, what are the commands, that's what I told you, right? No worries. On next week we are going to discuss the development part. I will show you couple of commands which will give you more knowledge on the development part as well. Okay, make a note, sir. Now technically, sir, technically whatever the statement you are writing, right? So for example, I want to see the your bank statement, sir. For 1 year I wanted to see the bank statement. Okay, so now what you will do, you will open the ICICI bank, or you will open the Citibank, or you will open the your HSBC bank, and you will go to the statement. You can select your start date, end date, and you will submit. Then you will get the bank statement report, right? Now when you go to the SQL level, you will write the a command, sir. Select star from, okay, so account table name, sir. This is the table name. Okay, where, okay, date is start date, end date. So whenever you are writing any kind of this type of, okay, that technically you need to call it as a queries. That you can also call it as a transaction, sir, as your wish. Queries, transaction, query. Okay, so whatever you are writing in the management studio, right, that technically we'll call it as a queries. SQL queries. Okay, a query is nothing but a set of instruction given to the database management system. Either you are reading the data, or you are inserting the data, or you are updating the data, or you are deleting the data. You are giving set of instruction to the database management system, sir. Please do this action. Either I need to read, or I need to insert, or I need to update, or I need to delete, or I need to create. So you are providing a set of instruction to the your database management system using the queries. So technically we'll call it as a query, sir. Insert query, update query, delete query, select query, create query. Okay, so technically, sir, or you can call it as a transactions. So when you go to the, sir, getting or not getting, everyone, online people,
Yes, sir, we are
We are
getting.
getting.
again I am repeating, sir. First week is a dependency week, sir. Means you need to bear for next 5 sessions to get one crystal clear information about what is happening on the back end. Okay, bear for 4 more sessions, sir, because every session is a dependency session. On a day one itself, I cannot tell you complete information about the back end, what is happening. So you need to bear for 4 more days. All the sessions are dependency sessions, sir. You will get one better idea on once we complete the first week. Okay, what exactly SQL is acting whenever we are doing something. Okay, yes, sir. Now, transactions. Every query that runs in the SQL Server is a transaction, sir. One is implicit transaction, one is explicit transaction, sir. Implicit transactions are very simple. So whatever you are writing, right, insert, delete, update, normal traditional queries, traditional inserts, that is nothing but implicit transactions, sir. Implicit means automatically it will commit. You no need to commit, sir. Automatically, whatever the data you are trying to insert, right, that will automatically will commit and will move to the database automatically. But whenever you are using same insert statement with begin statement, begin, when you are using begin and you are making insert in the begin, then that is explicit transaction. You need to manually commit the data, otherwise your data will should not move to the database. Your data should be stay back in the buffer, sir. Okay, until unless you perform commit, your data will finally move to the database. Implicit transactions, explicit transactions. Again, we are going to discuss this concept more on the locking, blocking, deadlock session, sir. Okay, so we are going to spend around 3 days to understand this concepts. Okay, no worries. Clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Great, sir.
Now, sir, your data center, sir, you know that about, okay, who are already working, you know about this concept, who are starting the career. Okay, so you are maintaining data. Okay, I can agree, sir. Where you are maintaining data means you are maintaining the data in the data centers, and this is how your data centers will be available, sir, in real world. This is how your data centers. Okay, this is how your data centers, and either that can be good data center which is arranged properly, either it can be ugly data centers, sir. In olden days, like 10 years back, this is how your data centers look like, sir. If something happened, this is how the human being will go to here and see the cable connection, everything. Okay, and you can also observe, sir, each one having its own rack. So technically we can call it as a rack, sir. Each rack will maintain common power, common network, common switches. Sir, in the data center is having multiple racks, right? Each rack, whatever the servers you are maintaining on that rack, having can maintain his own power supply, his own switches, its own network, sir. So storage is not here, sir. Storage is somewhere. So storage they will make in the separate, sir. Okay, they will make in the sandbox. They will make in the sandbox, sir. When you wanted to get the storage level information, sir, again I'm telling, we are going to discuss all these concepts, okay, in Azure as well. uh, storage storage network array, storage network array, sir. Okay, yeah, this is how your storage will looks like, sir. Okay, this is how your storage will looks like. Okay, so each box will call it as a LUN, sir. LUN 0, LUN 1, LUN 2, LUN 3, LUN 4, LUN 5. So that is how your storage team will maintain the storage network arrays in the LUN. Okay, so even whenever you are changing the storage capacity, your speed will be changed, sir. I will show you practically as well. I will show you practical as well whenever we are discussing Azure storage account, sir. Okay, no worries. So this is how your data center looks like, and this is how your storage arrays look like, sir. Okay, no worries. We are going to discuss in the Azure part as well with the practical. I will show you when I am changing the storage capacity. Means my disk should be 1 TB. My disk should be 10 terabytes. What is happening? Speed, the throughput is changing, sir. That I will show you. See, uh, that is the one thing, and this is how your data center looks like, sir. Okay, and also you know or not sure who are working. So let me show you one more thing, sir. Desktop, go here. Let me know once everyone able to hear the voice. Okay, once again. Let me change to device speakers. Please let me know once everyone able to listen, sir.
Is to evaluate the feasibility of underwater data centers. Phase one was just to be able to figure out, can we get computers into a container and can we deploy them in the water without it leaking? Do the computers survive and how well do they last? Phase two was to show that we can make it into production scale component. So the container behind me, it fits on a trailer, it fits on a cargo ship, and it allows us to actually build up this data center to any size that we want. Orkney is a great place for this partnership because they've got renewable energy for 100% and more of their grid power. Computers are not designed to work in the environment that we humans operate. So oxygen, moisture in the air, that is really bad.
Sir, oxygen is good for human beings. Oxygen is not good for computers. Okay, make a note, sir. Everyone.
It causes corrosion on the components. You also get temperature fluctuations. So the heat from night to day and summer and winter can cause those components to fail. And so we have this theory that if we're in a really stable environment, we're in this cylinder, we've taken all the oxygen out, we've controlled the humidity, no one's walking around, there's nobody bumping things or causing any additional failures, that we can see better reliability. And so far, as we've been monitoring this and the data center that we have on land, using the same components, we see 1/8 the failure rate in
The data center which is hosting on the land, the data center which is hosting on the under the water, so 1/8% of failure is very less when you compare with the data center is hosting on the land, sir. Because in land we have a lot of oxygen, right? Oxygen is too worse for the computers. Oxygen is good for human beings, but is too worse for the computer. So that is why they came with a project called underlaying, so under the water data center. That is a project, sir.
the ocean data center than we do on land. We've got some good data on reliability. We've proven out that we can do this whole deployment process. Now let's finish the story and let's show that we can do the retrieval and we can do the recycling once it does reach end of life, and make sure that entire cycle is possible. This project gives us the ability to feel like we're working not just on computers, not just on data centers, but on sort of moving forward environmental responsibility as a company and as individuals. I mean, everybody uses the cloud. Everybody needs data centers. This need isn't going to go away. We're going to continue to build larger data centers and use more electricity because the demand keeps growing. How we do it that's better for the environment and that's just better for us as a people.
Yeah, I hope you understand, online people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now see, sir. Okay, now see, basically you already know about we are working from supporting from different countries, but our data center is hosted on different countries, right? Who are working from India. So you are supporting for US projects, UK projects, different countries project, right? So throughout the global you are connecting with the networks. Throughout the global network is connected, sir. When you go to the oceans also, you will see lot of tunnels. Okay, So throughout the global is connected with the networks. Okay, so whenever you want to access, whenever you want to process, so it's pumping the data from our server to the data center servers. So whatever the servers your application team is hosting or DBA team is hosting or anywhere, sir, you are pumping the data to the data centers, which is going to maintain complete your data. Each data center having its own rack, see, and also you are able to see the ACs are fitting in the bottom, not at the top level. It's your ACs are fitting in the bottom level. You identified anyone? When you go to the data center, when you get opportunity within your office also, there will be small data centers, sir. If you get an opportunity, you can go and watch. This is how your data center looks like. And this is how the processes keep on performing. Okay, now, sir, make a friendship with your network and storage team as well, sir. Your Windows team. As a database administrator, we need to collaborate with the storage team. You need to collaborate with your network team. You need to collaborate with your Windows team. You mean to say I am the database administrator? I don't want to discuss with the storage team. I don't want to discuss with network team. I don't want to discuss with the Windows team. No, sir, absolutely wrong. Because your data is on the top of the storage. Your data is on top of the network. Your data is on top of Windows operating system or any flavor, sir. You need to make some friendship with the network team. You need to make friendship with the storage team. You need to make friendship with the Windows team as well, so that your project will run very, very smoothly. Okay, make a note, sir. That is also one key point. Now, when you start working with the SQL server, sir, will start like a Terminator. Okay, so who are already working, they know the concept of all these bubbles. Who are starting your careers, are no need to worry. We are going to whatever the bubbles you are able to see, like memory, deadlock, blocking, index, CPU, IO, update statistics, 10 db. We are going to discuss all these concepts in throughout our training. Okay, who already know about, who already working, they they already know about all these bubbles, sir. Whenever your application team is coming to you and asking, hey, my application is running, so I am not able to pull the reports. Even you people, let me ask you a question, who is in India. When you go to the bank, like SBI bank or some bank, when you go and they will tell us, okay, server is down, they're not able to pull the report. Even when you take IRCTC train booking, sir, in 1.5 year back, when you start booking at 11 o'clock, your portal is very, 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 very slow. Will you agree or not? 2 years back. But now at least they renew the portal, and our portal is working okay. So when your application team is coming to you and asking that, hey, I'm having today one issue, and you fix that issue, tomorrow they will come up with one more issue, sir. You fix that issue, again day after tomorrow they will come up with one more issue. Because data is rapidly growing, sir. Data is growing, and your resources, what is your best practices you are following on your SQL, all will comes into the picture. So when you start working with the performance tuning, okay, you will get lot many bubbles on your brain. Okay, I need to look into memory, or I need to look into blockings, I need to, what I need to look into, sir. So that's, once you complete this training, you will get all the clarification of all the bubbles, whatever it is blinking now here. Okay, we are going to discuss everything, sir, here. And same way, okay, so when you start digging with the performance tuning, you come across with the slow running queries, fragmentation issue, weight statistics issue, temp db, improper setup configuration, poor execution plan, SQL Server wrongly configured, improper indexer design, blocking, deadlocks. So common performance issues, sir. Sir, as a database administrator, lock shipping, database mirroring, always on configuration. If you know the configuration, oh my God, I was so strong at SQL. No, wrong assumption, sir. Who knows the performance tuning? Though people can tell us I was good at SQL. Yes, I can agree, sir. L1 DBA, I can bring a fifth class standard student, a sixth class standard student. I can learn him to configure lock shipping, to configure mirroring It may just take 2 minutes, sir. To configure log shipping, it may take 2 minutes. If you know the configuration, if you tell, okay, I am so good at SQL, no, sir. Once you strong at tuning, then you can tell that, okay, I was good at SQL. So it contains lot of blocks, sir. See, indexes, fragmentation, fill factor, weights, hardware, page splits, okay, TempDB, CPU, memory, execution plan, profilers, lot many things where you need to consider when you start working with the tuning. So we are going to discuss complete all the concept whatever I am displaying here in the live environment with the practical, sir. We'll do practical, we'll discuss theoretical part, then we'll go for practical. We'll discuss theoretical part, we'll go for practical, sir. Okay, hope you understand, sir. Who are starting
sir.
career, no need to worry on the day one. Again, I'm telling, just bear for 5 more days, you will get one clear idea. What is SQL? What is happening in the backend? Okay, very simple, sir. To show
Okay.
you, yes, someone is asking. Okay, so we have one tool, sir, Microsoft provided. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio is a client, sir. You can access your SQL from the Microsoft SQL Server Studio. You can insert the data, you can update the data, you can delete whatever, sir. Okay, this is your SQL instance. This is how your SQL looks like, sir. When you connect to the SQL, this is how your looks like, and these are all the databases. And if you wanted to read the data, you can read the data as well. Okay, see, let me sales order big. Yeah, let me read this data, sir. No, 1 second. Let me write the query and let me read the data, sir. Select star from sales dot sales order big. Sir, why I'm using big means it contains 5 million records, sir. It contains 5 million records, means 10 lakh records. Okay, 5 million records, which is having 5 GB data. 5, sir, one table contains 5 GB data, sir. In real world, one table contains 500 GB data, 1 TB data in real world, sir. We are seeing only 5 GB data. See, now you are reading the data. See, now you are reading the data. Now you can insert the data, you can update the data, you can delete the data, sir. But all this activity will done by the developers, not you. What is the DB activity, sir? You need to protect the SQL server. You need to protect the database. You need to see the performance of the query. See, whenever you are running this query, your application team will tell us, hey, I am running this query. Yesterday it ran only 2 minutes. Now it is taking more time. Can you please help Ram? Can you please help Raidu? Someone come to you and ask that, hey, I'm able to run this query. I am getting timeout issue. My query is taking longer time. Then you will start tuning the query, sir. What's happening with the SQL server? You will see the task manager. You will go here. Now see, your CPU is hitting like anything, sir. See, CPU is hitting. Now again it is. Your CPU is hitting. Your memory is also hitting. See, your memory is almost consuming, sir, to 8 GB. Now, where I need to start troubleshooting? I need to go for CN memory. I need to go for CPU. Sometimes it is hitting 96, 85. It is hitting, fluctuating 90. So where I need to start? Then question mark, sir. That is what we are going to cover in the advanced level, sir. Hope you understand. Online people. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's what, sir. Thanks to everyone who make this demo very clear, sir. Okay. And again, just try to ask more questions. Okay. Uh, to clarify you, to make your doubts to be clarified, sir. My intention is once our session is completed, you should be very clear. Okay. If no questions, I can stop the recording, sir. And don't left the meeting, sir. Just stay back.